So we can say that a welded joint means something if I'm having a two material, like if they are joined by using like this, means this is nothing but butt welded joint. Okay, butt welded joint. So this is nothing but lap joint. Lap joint means one is placed on top of other. Okay, this is nothing but lap joint. Lap or fillet welded joint. Okay, so the geometry of this weld is something. It will look something like this. Geometry. To design this welded joints, we need to know what are the specification of the geometries, right? So if you do zoom out this particular thing, it will look something like this. Okay, it will look something like this. This is our welded area. Okay, this S is nothing but size of the weld. You can say S is nothing but size of the weld. Okay, then okay, size of the weld, or we can say that leg of weld. Other word is something like leg of weld. Okay, size of the weld or leg of the weld. Okay, then okay, majorly for design things and all, design of welding and all, we'll be our major focus will be on this thickness, throat thickness. Okay, this throat thickness is something like for design calculations and all. Let me zoom out this one further. It will look something like this. Okay, okay, yeah. This is the inside area, right? This area, what I mentioned, this is nothing but throat area. For design calculation, majorly our focus will be only this throat area. So I am drawing a throat area for your clarity again. So it will look something like this. This is the throat area. This will be our for major focus. Okay, this throat area is nothing but length into this throat thickness. Length means the length of the weld. Okay, into the throat thickness. If I am having the size of the weld, how to obtain a throat thickness? It is nothing but S is equal to root 2 T. Okay. Using equilateral triangle method, we can able to find the value of 3. Right? This is equilateral triangle. So we know that this angle is like 45 degree. Okay. Using this concept, 45 degree, you can able to find the value of T. Okay. So it's not equilateral triangle. The angle, from using this angle 45 degree, we can able to find the value of T, which is nothing but root 2 T. Now you know about the geometry of welding and types of welding, right? This is types of butt welding and fillet welding, and we know about the geometry also. Let's do the classification of fillet welded joints. Okay, different classification of fillet welded joints. Okay, one is nothing but transverse fillet welded joint. Transverse fillet. Second one is parallel fillet. The third one is combined transverse and parallel. Combined transverse and parallel fillet. Okay, what is first case? What is a transverse fillet means? Okay, what is a transverse fillet means is, suppose I'm having, this is my base material. Okay, on top of it, if I'm doing the welding something like this, this is my welded area. Let me draw this in different color. Okay, this is my welded area. You got it, right? If I'm applying a load something like here, right, this means, okay, this is my length. Okay, these are my length. So what is my, what kind of, force it will undergo? Okay, whether it will undergo like axial deformation or shear or then bending. So I have talked about different types of deformations, right? What kind of deformation this particular well will undergo? It will undergo a shear deformation. Nah? The point is like, since since the load is acting here something like this is a stationary point and this is a moving point. Okay, so this will for this kind of loading condition, the weld will undergo something like shear deformation. Okay, for shear deformation, what is our formula? Shear is nothing but the load divided by the sheared area. What is our sheared area? Our sheared area is nothing but length into thickness. You got it, right? As I mentioned earlier, we have to consider only the throw thickness for calculations. From that, we have to get the size of the weld. Okay, so the sheared area is nothing but length into thickness. So since it has two sheared area, 2 into L into T. Okay, you got it, right? 2 into L into 3. This tau is nothing but tau allowable. Based on the design criteria, we can say that tau allowable is nothing but SYS. SYS means allowable shear stress. Yeah, allowable shear stress divided by factor of safety. We can use a factor of safety which can be substituted here. Then from that we can able to find the throw thickness. Do the reverse calculation. P is equal to tau allowable into 2 into length into thickness, right? Okay, from here find the throw thickness. Once you find the throw thickness, S is nothing but root 2 T. This is the first calculation. Okay, transverse fillet. Now let us do the condition of parallel fillet. Parallel fillet means what will happen? What is the condition for parallel fillet? Second. Sorry guys. Okay. This is I made a mistake. Okay. This is parallel fillet, ma. Double parallel fillet. Okay. This is parallel fillet. Let me go to the transverse fillet now. Double transverse fillet. So for double transverse fillet, this is a base. Okay, on top of it, I'm doing the welding. Okay, if my weld faces are somewhere like this, something like this. Okay, I'm applying the load. So what kind of, for this kind of deformation, what kind of deformation the welded joints now will undergo? For this, what kind of deformation it will undergo? It will undergo axial deformation, right? You got it, right? For this kind of loading condition, this welded joints now undergo a axial deformation. So we have to the same formula, stress sigma. Here instead of shear stress, we'll have normal stress. Sigma is equal to load by sheared area. Sorry, load by area. Okay. Here the area is same. Area is like suppose I'm assuming this as length. Okay. P into 2 into length into thickness. Okay. But the problem the basic difference is like here we are using tau allowable. Tau allowable means the maximum shear stress, allowable shear stress. Okay. Here we have to use sigma allowable. Sigma allowable means the allowable normal stress. You got it, right? That's where you have to use for design calculation if it is transverse fillet weld. Okay. From here find the thickness. T is nothing but sigma allowable into 2 into length into thickness. From here we can say S is equal to root 2T. This is size of the weld. Okay guys. Now let us go to third condition. Combine transverse and fillet weld. Okay. Combine transverse and fillet weld. This is the dimension of that material. Okay, now these are all my welded joints. So these are all my welded joints, right? So now it is combined. So I am having both parallel weld and as well as transverse weld. So both are acting here. So this is some kind of combined loading. Okay, combined loading. For this combined loading, how to find the dimension of this weld? How to find the dimension of the weld? For this, just divide. So what is our overlapping area? So this is my length of the weld. Okay. So yeah, let me redraw it again. Once again, guys. So here, this is my area. This is my welding area, right? This is my welding area. So this is the length. Okay. If you do that for a transverse load, only the breadth is acting, right? So this is the, for a transverse load, sigma T is nothing but load into B into thickness. Okay. So therefore for a, PT is nothing but sigma T into B into T, transverse load. Now if you are taking the shear load, okay, the shear load, tau s is nothing but PS, we can say PS, something like otherwise PP, we can denote by PP. PP means load for parallel welding, okay, load for parallel welding. This load, this P is divided into PS and PT, okay, PS into PT. This PT is acting in, PT is the load for the transverse welding, okay, and the PP is the load for, PP is the load for the shear welding, okay, sorry, PP is the load for the, yeah, PP is the load for the parallel weld, okay, and PT is the load for the transverse weld. So this load is divided into PP plus PT, okay. Now tau s is nothing but PP into 2 into L into T. From here, you got it right? From here, find the thickness, whichever is small, okay, find the thickness of the weld, okay, find the thickness of the weld, whichever is smaller, okay, that will be your design thickness. So from here, find the size of the weld as √2 T. You got it right? So we have seen the 3 different conditions like transverse weld, parallel, transverse fillet, parallel fillet, and combined transverse and parallel fillet.